Endless Blue is a very unique survival horror style game that has been inspired by classic survival horror games such as Resident Evil and Alone in the Dark that were extremely popular on consoles back in the 90s. And even the graphics and the gameplay style are very reflective of those old classics, as it utilises fixed camera angles with tank-like controls for the player to engage and move around the environments. So the game starts off with a female character infiltrate an underwater research facility, and the task is to find out what has gone on or what has happened. So it isn't long before you start to witness weird things happening and you do be confronted with enemies. So it'll pretty much give you an idea as to what to expect in the game. This is a fan-made game that is heavily inspired by all of those old school survival horror classics of old, and it was created primarily during a game jam event. Now there's no known news as to whether the production is going to continue with this game, but from the early development and what they were able to put together is quite incredible, as visually the graphics are very reflective of old school PS1 titles, but it has enough unique appeal that really captures the element, look and feel of those survival horror games of old. And it would be an interesting concept to pursue even further, as even though this is technically a demo, like it's not very long, but it does offer a really good glimpse as to what is possible. Like if production was to continue with this game, this would actually do quite well, as we are now starting to see a resurgence of old school classic survival horror games starting to creep up more so in the mainstream, where a lot of these type of games are starting off as just simple concepts and ideas that are primarily built during likes of gaming or game jam events, and some of them have led on to become fully fledged titles that you can get even on the likes of Steam. If you've heard of even games like Alyssa, among other type of games, I have done previous videos on Alyssa, so I'll make sure to drop a link down to that in the description. And that game also got a release on Steam, and it's quite popular, and it's also survival horror based. It takes a lot of influence from the likes of Resident Evil and other classic survival horror games, so this game also tries to replicate that. Now this demo is very short, you will be able to finish it in about 10 minutes pretty much, but it's more than enough to get a really good idea of what is possible. It even puts you in mind of a game known as Deep Fear that originally ended up on the Sega Saturn, and that was also a survival horror game that was very similar to Resident Evil back during the mid-90s, and that game was also very popular on the Sega Saturn. So you can definitely see the influences between the likes of that game and even Resident Evil with this. And with this demo as well, once you install it, it's fairly easy to set up and play, and you can play it with a controller if you have a controller connected to your computer, and you can play it with all of the original controls that will make it feel like as if you're playing an old school Resident Evil game. So from the gameplay that is shown in the demo, it does give you glimpses as to what to expect with the story. You find likes of snippets and notes lying around the place that give you some ideas to the overall story, but some of them also give you hints to complete some of the puzzles that show up in this demo. And like typical old school survival horror games, not only do you have to find weapons and ammo, you do have enemies to take out, but you also do have to find items like keys and solve puzzles so that you can unlock other areas so that you can progress further into the game. So it's a pretty cool concept, and it is really cool to see that developers are taking more action with developing these type of old school classic games and making them for modern consoles, even though not all of them really will progress further to see the light of day, but it just shows what is possible. Like a game like this here really should be pursued even further, as from this version that's here clearly shows that it is possible to make a really cool looking game in an old school style. But you never know, maybe somewhere down the line in the future the developers might take it upon themselves to pursue further with this project, and hopefully they do, because from the signs in this demo, it is very well put together, plays really well, the controls are very fluent, and it definitely feels and plays like the old school Resident Evil games. So here's hoping. I will leave a link down in the description to the website and page where you can download this game, and it will provide you with more information as to the background of the title itself so that you can experience it to see what you think. And I would love to know your thoughts on this PlayStation fan game Endless Blue. you, if you have played it yourself, or did you even know about it? And would you like to see more of these PlayStation 1 inspired games to be seen more in the mainstream? I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, so be sure to share it down in the comments below. So if you would like to see more of these type of videos where I do explore a lot more of these survival horror style games that were inspired by old school PS1 games, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to hit the bell to be updated of future reviews and gameplay videos. And also check out the playlist here on screen for more PS1 inspired games that are inspired by old school survival horror classics, so you can check them out and see what you think for yourself. And until next time, make sure to keep playing those classic games and enjoying them, and keep those gaming memories alive.
What the hell is going on here? Strange. Who is that woman? Damn, cleaned out. Well, I guess this will have to do. What the hell? Don't come any closer. I'll shoot if I have to.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Who is this?
Oh, thank God. Please, I've barricaded myself in the break room, but those monsters are still out there.
First, I need you to tell me what the hell is going on at this facility.
Look, I don't know too much myself. I can try to explain, but you must help me. The connecting tunnel to the laboratory section was destroyed. but you can still get over here through an emergency hatch in the generator room.
You want me to swim over there and take on God knows how many of those monsters?
I'll try to explain best as I can, but please, you must come quickly. Please.
Damn it. This mission just keeps getting weirder. But I can't turn back now.